Hello everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel. So today I have a crochet tutorial for you. I'm going to show you how to crochet that shawl, that picture of that shawl right there. So I don't have a lot of room here. I don't have a lot of room, but you can kind of see it, I guess, a little bit. And it's a very big shawl. All right, this is a very big one. Now you do not have to make it as big as this one, but you can if you want. So let me tell you just a little bit about it. So from top top cross to the other point is about 95 inches. Yeah. It's a big one, isn't it? And then from the center all the way down to the point is approximately 39 to 40 inches. So yeah, we got a big one on our hands. I like big shawls, so I think it's gorgeous. Now this pattern does have a 12-row repeat, but it's not hard at all. It's actually quite an easy repeat to do. So don't be intimidated. I'm going to show you how to do it. As long as you know how to do the basic stitches, I'll show you the rest. And it does have a picot border, which you can use any type of border actually that you want. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's a beautiful, so beautiful. All right, let me move it off and we'll talk about the yarn that was used. So for this particular shawl, it was made with, this is a mill-in that I purchased at Hirschner's a while ago. I actually have a few of them. This isn't the color that I used, but or that was used. But what it is, it's the brand is Yarn Art. It's called Yarn Art Flowers and Alpaca. And so you can find these anywhere that are not mill-ins. It's an alpaca acrylic blend. It's really, really nice. And there we go. I could classify it myself as a 3-weight yarn. I think they actually classify it as a 2 maybe. But I think that it's quite a bit thicker than a 2. If you want to look at it, there it is. Now, there's about 1,100, maybe 1,100 yards, I think. Close to it, maybe, per ball. So for that shawl, it was one whole ball and then a little bit more of another, only to get that dark picot border on the bottom. That was what was started. All right. So if you want to, you can use any yarn that you want. You don't even have to use the same weight. You can use any weight that you want. It doesn't matter to me what you use. But yes, that is what I use. So about 1,150 yards of a DK to make that particular, the one you've seen there. And then the hook size we're going to be using a size I, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now if you're using a different weight yarn, I would recommend using one hook size bigger than what the yarn recommends. That way you have a nice drape. So one full size bigger. So say you're using a 2-weight or something and it says to use like a 4 millimeter hook, use a 5. That's only my recommendation. That way your shawl has a nice drape. Bigger hook equals nicer drape. And whenever I use 2 weights, I generally use a 5 millimeter. Sometimes I have 5.5. It just depends. But yes, for the DK, I did use a 5.5, which is an I. So do you guys want to go ahead and get started? Let's do this. You got this, okay? You got it. It's easy. It's easy. You got it. All right, so I'm going to start at the top here. Start out with a slip knot on our hook. And we're going to work a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to slip stitch into our first stitch to form a ring. Just like that. Now we're going to work into this ring. We are going to start out with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. Now that chain 4 is going to count as a triple crochet here and for the rest of the shawl. Now we're going to work 5 double crochets through the center of the ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5. And we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go back through the center of the ring, and we're going to work 5 double crochets again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to end it with a triple crochet through the center of the ring. Like that. Go ahead and pull that tail and I'll close up that center circle a little bit more. So that's the row 1. So that chain 4 counts as a triple. So we have the triples on both sides, 5 doubles on both sides, and right here this chain space is going to be the point of the shawl. So we're going to go ahead and start row excuse me, row 2. And row 2 starts the repeat row of the shawls. It's rows 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I know that it's a 12-row repeat, and that may seem long, but it is an easy repeat to do. So let's go ahead and start row 2. So again, we're going to start with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to turn our work. And we're going to go back into that very first stitch right here, and we're going to work 2 double crochets into this stitch. So there is 1, and there is 2, right back into that first stitch, like that. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet into every stitch until we get to this point of our shawl, this chain 1 space. So it's going to be 1 double into every stitch until we get down there. And then when we get to that chain space right here, in the space we're going to work 2 double crochets. So there's 1, and there's 2, and then we're just going to do a chain 1 again, and we're going to go back into the space and work 2 more double crochets. 1 and 2. And as with all shawls, now we just need to make this side match this side. Well, with most shawls, I should say. So again, we're going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch until we get to our last stitch. Don't forget the first one, sometimes it hides. So I'm going to go ahead and work 1 double crochet in every stitch until I make it up to the very last stitch. And every time you repeat this row, it'll just get bigger. Alright, so I made it to my last stitch, which is that chain 4. Now in the chain 4, we are going to put 2 double crochets into the top of it. So there's 1 into the top chain space of it. There's 2, and then we're going to end up with a triple crochet into the same space. And that will end row 2. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start row 3. We're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to turn our work. Now we are going to put 1 triple crochet right back into the very first stitch. So we're going to do a triple right there, just like that. Now we are going to chain 1, and we are going to start the repeat of row 3. So we're going to do a triple crochet into the very next stitch right here. Like that. And then we're going to chain 1, and now we're going to skip 1 and triple crochet into the next. So we chained 1 here, but we did not skip 1. Now we're skipping 1 and triple crocheting into the next. And we're going to do this until we get to our point down here. We are going to chain 1, skip 1, and triple crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and triple crochet into the next. And again, we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and we should triple crochet into the next, and we would be up to our chain 1 space here. So we're going to chain 1 again, and in this space right here, we're going to go into it, and we're going to work 1 triple crochet, a chain of 1, and then we're going to go back into it and work 1 more triple crochet like that. And then we're just kind of repeat. So we're going to start off with a chain 1, and we are going to triple crochet into the next stitch. Like that. And then we're going to chain 1, skip 1, triple into the next, and we would do this till we get up here to the last stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, and triple into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, triple into the next. And then we are going to chain 1, skip 1, and triple into the next. This. And then we're going to end by chaining 1. We have 1 stitch left here. All right. We don't skip anything here. There's just 1 stitch left. We put 2 triples into the top of that chain 4 here on the end. So there's 1. And there's 2. So that ends row 3. Okay, we'll go ahead and begin row 4. Again with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to turn our work. And we're going to put 2 double crochets right back into this same spot. Doubles, 2 doubles. So there's 1. And there's 2. And now we're just going to put 1 double crochet into every stitch and into every chain 1 space until we get to the point of our shawl. All right, so if you look here, the point here, we did triple, chain 1, triple. So right here is the point. All right, so we need to work 1 double crochet on top of every triple and 1 double crochet into every chain 1 space until we get to the point. All right, so we'll go ahead and start working a double crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet through the chain space, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet through the chain space, And I'm going to continue this until I get to the chain 1 space that is the point of our shawl. Alright, so you can see that I've made it right here to the chain 1 space here. And in this chain 1 space, I am going to work 2 double crochets. There's 1. There's 2. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to go back into the same spot and work 2 more double crochets. So in that space, it was 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. Now I'm going to continue the pattern on this side that I just did over here in working a double crochet into every stitch and into every chain 1 space until I get to the last stitch of my row. And that is where I'll meet back up with you at the last stitch. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 4 and I'm at my last stitch, which is the chain 4 from the previous row. And in the top of that chain 4, I'm going to work 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2, and then I'm going to put 1 triple as well into the same spot. So that last stitch got 2 doubles and 1 triple. There we go. So that'll end row 4. I'm going to go ahead and start row 5 now. And again, we're going to begin our row with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to turn our work. And again, we're going to put 2 double crochets right back into the very first stitch. There's 1, and there's 2. And now we're going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch until we get to the chain 1 space that is the point of the shawl. So very easy, just 1 double in every stitch down to the chain 1 space, and that is where I'll meet up with you when we get down to that chain 1 space. All right, so I've made it to the point of my shawl right here. And in this space, we are going to work 2 doubles, a chain 1, and 2 doubles. So there's 1, back in the same space, makes 2, chain 1, and again 2 more doubles into that same spot. There's 1, and there's 2. Now we need to make this side match this side. So it's 1 double crochet into every stitch until we get to the last stitch of our row. Just like that. See you at the last stitch. Okay, when you make it to the last stitch, it's be a chain 4 here from the previous row. We're going to work 2 double crochets to the top of it. There's 1 and 2, and also 1 triple crochet into that same stitch. And that will end row 5. All right, for row 6, we're going to do a chain of 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we would turn our work. So that chain 5 is acting as a triple crochet plus a chain 1. So what we're going to do is skip 1 stitch. So we're not going to work in this stitch because that triple crochet is counting as for this stitch. So we're going to skip this one right here, And in the next stitch, we are going to work. So skip this one. We don't go into this one, and we're skipping this one, go into this one. And we're going to work 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 double crochet right back into that same stitch. So in that stitch is a double, chain 2, and a double. Then we would skip 3 stitches. Skip, skip, skip. And this is where we would start the repeat for row 6. All right. So skip your 3, skip, 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 1, 2, 3. And this would be the start of the repeat. In the next stitch, we're going to work 2 double crochets into that spot. There's 1, and there's 2, and a chain of 1. And then we would go back to the same spot and work 2 more double crochets. So there's 1 and 2. So that's 2 doubles, a chain of 1, and 2 doubles. And then again, we would need to skip 3 stitches. Skip, skip, skip. And in the next one, we would work 1 double, a chain of 2, and 1 double. And that would be the repeat until we get to the chain 1 space of our shawl down here, the point. So again, we would skip 3, skip, 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 and in the next one it would get 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2, a chain 1, and then 2 double crochets back into the same spot. There's 1 and 2, and then we would skip 3 again. Skip, 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 and the next one would get 1 double crochet, a chain of 1, a chain of 2, and 1 double crochet. Now we would just keep repeating that until we have 3 stitches that remain that we can skip before we get to the chain 1 space. So you would just keep repeating that. Well, I'm already there. So I would skip these 3 stitches here. And in this chain 1 space right here, I'm going to work 2 double crochets. So there's 1, and there's 2. And I'm going to chain 1. I'm gonna pull them over a little bit, and then I'm going to work 3 double crochets in the same spot. 1, 2, 3. Then I would chain 1, pull them over a bit, and I'm going to work 2 more double crochets into that same spot. There's 1, and that's 2. So all that went into that chain 1 space. It was 2 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, a chain 1, and 2 doubles. So now we need to kind of make this side match this side. So we would start off by skipping the first 3 stitches. Skip, skip, skip. And the next one would be 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 double crochet. And then we would skip 3 again. Skip, skip, skip. The next one would be 2 double crochets. There's 1, and there's 2, chain of 1, go back and work 2 more doubles into that same spot. So we're doing the same thing we did on this side as we did on the other side. All right. Again, skip 3, skip, skip, skip. And in the next one, it would be 1 double and a chain 2 and 1 double. Skip 3, skip, skip, skip. And the next one would be 2 doubles. Oops. chain up 1, and then 2 more doubles. And you would just keep repeating this until you get to the last 6 stitches of your row. Alright, so last 6 stitches here, I'm going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this stitch I'm going to work 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 double crochet, just like that. And then I'm going to chain 1 and skip 1 and triple crochet into my last stitch. So both sides now match. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to start row 7. We're going to do a chain 1 and turn our work. And into this very first stitch here, we're going to work 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and go back into the same very first stitch here and work another double crochet. So that was a double, chain 2, double into that very first stitch. Now we would start the repeat of row 7. And so into the next space here, right here, we would work 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain of 1, and then 2 more double crochets, just like that. And then to the next space right here, this next chain 1 space, we're going to kind of do opposite of what we did here. So in this space, we're going to work 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 more double crochet into that same space. And this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the middle double crochet at the point of our shawl. So if you look at the previous row, we did the 2 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 doubles. So the middle double crochet would be the middle one in this group of 3. That's going to be the point of our shawl. All right, so we would just continue repeating this until we got to that point. So in this space, we're going to work 2 double crochets. There's 1, and there's 2. Then we're going to chain 1 and work 2 more double crochets back into it, like that. And then in this space here, from the previous row, we will work into the space and we will work 1 double crochet, chain of 2, and 1 double crochet. So let's go ahead and repeat this pattern until we get to the middle stitch here at the point of the shawl. All right, so here we are at the right here. I said is the middle point of the shawl. I just did 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles in this spot. We need to work in this chain 1 space here. I guess I should have mentioned that. I apologize. Right here, whenever you make it to this chain 1 space, we are we're going to work kind of the repeat here. So next will be 1 double, a chain 2, and 1 double into that first chain 1 space. So 1 double, chain 2, and 1 double, like that. All right, so now what we're going to do to form the middle point here on row 7, we're going to chain 1 like that, and then we're going to put a triple crochet into, this is the group of 3 doubles from the previous row. We're going to put a triple crochet into that middle one. Right here. Triple crochet. Just 1 triple. Like that. There we go. And then we're going to chain 1 again. And we're going to repeat on this side what we did over here. So in this next chain 1 space, we're going to start off with a double crochet, chain of 2, and a double crochet. Like that. And then into this next spot here, we would do the 2 doubles, chain of 1, and 2 doubles. You notice how they're kind of opposite on top of each other. Before this was the 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. Now it's the 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. Now the next one you can see is 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. So now it's got to be 1 double, chain 2, and 1 double. And now we're going to go ahead and repeat this until we get up here. All right. I'll meet right up with you right here. This would be 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles into that last spot, and that is where I will meet back up with you. So we're just repeating what we, same thing that we did on the other side on this side. Like that. Alright, so I'm coming to the end here. This was the chain 5 from the previous row. So in that 4th chain of the chain 5, what we're going to do is work 1, 2, 3, 4, a double crochet somewhere around that, so it doesn't have to be exact. A double crochet, a chain of 2, and a double crochet just to match the other side, and that will end row 7. All right, go ahead and start row 8. We're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a triple crochet and a chain 1, like that. And then into the next chain 2 space. So right here, this very first one, we're going to go right into it. We're going to work, excuse me, 2 double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, and then we're going to chain 1, go back in and work 2 more double crochets. Alright, I'm going to start the repeat of row 8, and you probably get the repeat. So the next stitch here, this next chain space here, it's just going to get 1 double crochet, chain of 2, and 1 double crochet. That. The next one, this one right here, it's going to get the opposite, so it's going to get 2 double crochets. Chain up 1, and then 2 more double crochets. Again, the next one is going to get the opposite, so it's going to get 1 double, chain of 2, and 1 more double. And the next one is going to get the opposite, so it's going to get the 2 doubles, a chain 1, and 2 doubles. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this, chain 1 and 2 doubles, like that, until we reach that triple crochet that we made. Actually, I'll meet up with you here after we finish out our 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles here, and that's where I'll meet back up with you. All right, so I did the 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and right here is, we got 2 chain spaces, and this is the triple crochet that is the point of the shawl. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work directly into that triple crochet, and we're going to go into it and we're going to work 1 double crochet. There's 1 double, and then we're going to chain 2 like that, and then we're going to work another double, and then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to work 1 more double all into that 1 triple crochet. See that? So that was a double, chain 2, a double, chain 2, and a double. And then we would start the repeat again. We're not doing anything right here because we didn't do anything right here. We're going to jump to this space right here, and we're just going to repeat what we did over here. So we're going to work 2 double crochets into that spot, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. And then the next one, you can see, and we're going to do opposite. So we're just going to 1 double into that spot with a chain 2 and another double into that spot. Now we're going to repeat this pattern, doing the same thing that we did on this side, and I will meet back up with you right up here at our last right here. I'll meet back up with you at our last space here, and I'll show you how to finish out the row. All right, so I'm coming here to the end of row 8. So I just did a double, chain 2, double here, and now in this last space right here, we're going to work 2 doubles. There's 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 1 and work 2 more double crochets into it. 1, 2, and then we're going to chain 1 and triple crochet into the top of the last stitch to match our other side. There we go. That ends row 8. Row 8. All right, let's go ahead and start row 9. I'm going to chain 1, turn our work, and into this very first stitch here, very first one, we are going to work 2 double crochets. There's 1, and there's 2, and we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go back into the same spot and work 2 more double crochets. Like that. And then we're going to kind of repeat our pattern. So right here in this space, it's kind of gets opposite, so you know it's going to get 1 double crochet this time with a chain of 2 and 1 double crochet, and the next one's going to get opposite what it got, so now it's going to get 2 double crochets into this space. Oops, a chain 1 and 2 more double crochets into that spot, like that. And that's what we're going to repeat until I get up here to the middle, near the middle. That's where I'll meet back up with you. So again, this spot would get 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. On this spot we get the opposite, 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and we're just going to keep repeating that. And I'll meet up with you here. We'll finish this one out. I'll meet back up with you here near the middle. All right, so I'm coming up here. I just did a double, chain 2 and a double here in this spot, and here is our point here. So we have a double, chain 2, double, chain 2, double. So what we're going to do is we are going to work in this chain 2 space here, and then we're going to work 2 double crochets, kind of following the pattern here. 2 doubles, chain 1, and then 2 doubles, like that. And then when we get to this middle double crochet here, we are going to chain 1. We're going to put 1 triple crochet on top of that double, triple, like that. And then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to repeat on this side what we did over here. So this chain space here is going to get 2 double crochets, a chain of 1, and 2 double crochets. That. So we're just going to kind of follow the same order, same pattern that we did on the other side. So this will get the opposite. It's going to get 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 double. And then we're going to repeat that. This one will get 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. This one will get 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. And we're going to repeat that, and I'll meet back up with you after we finish this last one out right here, all right? And then I'll show you how to finish the row. All right, so we're coming to the end of row 9. Here I did a double, a chain 2, and a double right here. And then what we're going to do, this is a chain 5 from the previous row. Find the chain 4 space or somewhere close to it. And we're going to do what we did on the other side. We're going to work 2 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, chain 1, and 2 double crochets all into that same spot to match the other side, and that will end excuse me, that'll end row 9. So it's starting to look like, okay, let's go ahead and start row 10. Again, we're going to start with a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to turn our work like that. Then it counts as a triple and a chain 1. And in this next chain 1 space right here, we're going to work our double crochet, chain 1, and our double crochet, like that. So we're just going to kind of repeat what we've been doing, working the opposites. So this is going, the next one's going to get 2 doubles, chain 1, and then 2 doubles, and then you look here and it's going to get the opposite of what it is now. So now we're going to put a double, a chain 2, and a double into that spot. So we're going to keep repeating the same pattern. 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles there, and then here would be 1 double, chain 2, 1 double, all the way until we get our meet right here, because here's near the point of the shawl. So I'll meet right back up with you right here, okay? All right, so we have made it here to the point of our shawl. So I just did a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet here in this chain space. And here's the point of our shawl. We have this chain 1, this chain 1, and this triple. Well, we're not going to work anything in this chain 1 space. We're going to be working directly into the top of the triple crochet. And what we're going to work into that triple crochet is go right into it, and we're going to work 2 double crochets. There's 1 and there's 2. And we're going to chain 1. We're going to go back into that same stitch again, and we're going to work 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, and we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go back into the top of that same stitch and finish it out by working 2 double crochets. That's a lot to go into one stitch there, isn't it? All right, so in that one stitch there, you can see now what we've done. What we've done here: 2 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and now we're going to repeat on this side what we did over here. So we don't do anything in this space here. We just start right here with a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet like that. And then we just repeat what we've been doing. So the next one we'll get 2 doubles, chain 1, and 2 doubles. Alright, so you kind of know the repeat now. We're just doing the same thing. This one's going to get 1 double, chain 2, 1 double, and this one will get 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. We're going to repeat that, and I will meet back up with you here towards the end. Alright, I'm coming to the end here. I did 2 doubles, chain 1 and 2 doubles. Now we are going to end in this spot right here. We're going to work 1 double, chain 2, and 1 double like that. And then in the last stitch we are going to chain 1 and work a triple crochet right here into the very last stitch to match the other side, and that will end round or row 10. Alright, so that's what it's starting to look like. Okay, go ahead and get started on row 11. Alright, so row 11 is actually just a repeat of row 7. So what we do, just go back to row 7 and we would just repeat that. So row 11, repeat row 7, we're going to chain 1, turn our work like that, and into the very first stitch right here, this very first one, we work a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet like that. And then we're going to repeat the pattern that we've been repeating, you know, kind of opposite each other. So this one right here would get 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. And then the next one would get opposite of what it is now. So it would get 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet. So that's pattern, you know, that we've been repeating, and we're going to repeat that until we get over here to the middle here, right over here to the middle point of the shawl, and I'll meet up with you when we get here. All right, so I come to the point here of row 11, which is just a repeat of row 7. So here's the point of the previous row where we did 2 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. So in this first chain 1 space, I did what was next in here, order of our sequence. So it got 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and in the middle stitch here of this group of 3, we're going to do a triple crochet, and right in the top of it, like that. And then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to start out again in this next chain space right here, and we're going to work a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. And we're just going to keep repeating the same pattern on this side as we did the other. So this one gets 2 doubles, a chain 1 and 2 doubles. And the next one will get 1 double, chain 2, 1 double. So, you know, we're just making this side look like this side, and I'll meet back up with you here at the end of row 11. All right, so I'm coming to the end of row 11. In this last space here, before our last chain 5, I did the 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. And now what I'm going to do in this chain 5, in the around the 4th stitch of it, I'm going to work 1 double, 1 double crochet, a chain of 2, and 1 more double crochet back into the same stitch. That'll end row 11, and that should match the other side. And now we will start row 12, and row 12 is a repeat of row 8. So we're just going to repeat what we did on row 8. So we're going to start with a chain of 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn on work. That is a triple crochet plus a chain 1. And then we are going to, into this space right here, we're going to work 2 doubles, chain 1, and 2 doubles. So we're just repeating what we did on row 8 for row 12. So we're going to do the same sequence that we've been doing the whole time, opposite each other. So this right now is going to get 1 double, chain 2, and then 1 double into the space. And then the next one right here will get 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles into the space. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this until we get to the point of our shawl. All right, and I'll meet up with you down there. So remember, we're just repeating row 8 right now. All right, so I've made it up here. Here is the triple crochet that is the point of our shawl. In this space, I did 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. Now we're not going to do anything into this space right here, all right, or anything into this space. We're only going to be working into the top of this triple crochet. And in that space, we are going to work 1 double crochet, chain of 2, another double crochet, a chain of 2, and then 1 more double crochet all into the top of that space. So that was a double, chain 2, double, chain 2, double into that triple, and then we're just going to do the same thing on this side that we did over here. So we're not doing anything here, we're jumping to this next spot and repeating our pattern. So this gets the 2 doubles in it, chain 1 and 2 doubles, and the next one right here, you can see we'll get the 1 double, chain 2 and 1 double, and that's the pattern we're going to repeat all the way up, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of row 12. All right, so I'm coming to the end of row 12, and in this last space I did 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and now I need to end the row. I need to chain 1 and triple crochet into the top of the last stitch to match the other side, and that will end row 12. All right, so now we're going to do row 13, which is the final row of the repeat. All right, so we're going to do a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to turn our work. Now we're going to work 2 double crochets back into this very first stitch. So there is 1 and there is 2, like that. And then we're going to put 1 double crochet into the next chain space, so right here, like that. Double crochet into the next 2 stitches, so double crochet in that stitch, double crochet into this stitch, double crochet into the next chain space right here, and a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And now we're going to start the repeat of row 13, and we're going to put 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. So right here, we're just going to go right into the space and work 3 doubles. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And then we're going to work a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, and 2, and then 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then that would end the repeat, and we start again by putting 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. So this is kind of what we're going to do till we get to the point. I'll show you here. Sorry about my yarn turning white. I didn't know I was going to do that. Pretty much what we're doing is we're putting a double crochet. We're on the stitches that have the 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. We're putting a double, double, double in the space, double, double. And then on the stitches that have a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, we're just putting 3 doubles through the center. And then it'd be double, double, double in the space, double, double, and then 3 doubles into the center. And we're going to work that till we get down right over here, and I'll meet up with you here at the point. All right, so I'm coming down here to the point of the shawl. So it's this double crochet right here. So in this space, I put 3 double crochets. Now in the point, I'm going to work in this double crochet right here. I am going to work 2 doubles. 1, 2, chain 1, and 2 more doubles back into that same spot, and there's the point worked. Now I'm going to work the same thing on this side that we just worked on this side, starting off with 3 double crochets right here into this chain space. There's 1, 2, 3, and then in this one it would get 1 double crochet into the first 2 double crochets of it, a double crochet into the chain 1 space, double crochet in the other 2 double crochets of it. So we're just doing the same thing, and this one right here would just get 3 double crochets through the chain space. So we're going to go ahead and repeat the same thing on this side that we did on the opposite side until we get to the end of row 13. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 13, so I got this space right here. So what I'm going to do is put 1 double crochet through the space, and then this is a chain 5 from the previous row. So in the 4th chain of the chain 5, I'm going to work somewhere around there, 2 double crochets into it. There's 1 and 2, and then 1 triple into the same spot to match the other side. That'll end row 13, and that will end the repeat rows. It's just now rows 2 through 13 is what you repeat, and you can repeat that for as big as you'd want. Now I will have timestamps there, that you can, that way you can find, you know, where you know, you can click it and it'll take you back to whatever repeat row you're looking for. Okay, so for the shawl that you see in the picture, this section right here, like of the shawl section, let me kind of show you, was repeated 4 times. So this would have been number 1 of the shell section, and then we did like the double crochets and whatnot. Here's 2 shell sections, 3 shell sections, 4 shell sections. Now you can do yours as big as you want. Now another thing, I'll show you how I ended this one. You can also end it any way that you want. You can just stop it and not put anything on it as far as a border. You could put a picot border, a single crochet border. You can put fringe. You can do these shells like I did. You know, you could do whatever you want. Whatever you like. You do it to suit you. I will only show you how this one was ended. Now remember, we just finished row 13, so you would just you would go back to row 2 and 2 through 13, 2 through 13 for as big as you want the shawl. Like the one you see is pretty dang big, but it does have 4 sets of these repeats right here. And then after this is what the row 13 was done. This is how the one you see in the picture was ended. Now remember, you end it any way you want. Make it as big as you want. You do you. All right. I'm only just showing you what's in the pic. So a row 2 was done again. So just did a row 2 again. So say I got the shawl as big as I want, and I'm going to do a row 2 repeat, which is a chain 4 and turn, and put 2 double crochets back into the very first stitch. There's 1 and there's 2, and it's going to be 1 double crochet into every stitch until you get to the chain 1 space of the point. All right, and that's where I'll meet back up with you. Now remember, you end yours however you want. All right, I mean, you do you, and whatever you do is going to be beautiful. I know it. Be as creative as you want. So I'm going to finish out this. Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm doing row 2, just a repeat of row 2. So I'm double crocheting all the way across, and then when I get to my chain 1 space down here, it gets 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, just like the repeat of row 2 gets. Okay, and then it's 1 double crochet in every stitch across, and I'll be back up with you here at the end of the row 2 repeat. Alright, so I finished the repeat of row 2, and remember, I'm just showing you how this one is done, so it might look a little different from just a minute ago when I showed you. We did it. I put picots on it. Remember, you do whatever you want though, so I'll show you how to do this. So after the row 2 was finished here, this color was then tied off. Remember, this is when you get your shawl as big as you want it to be. You just do repeat of row 2 there at the end. And then don't flip it or nothing. Come back right over here. And then what happened was I took different color to go around the bottom. So, and then it was picots. So, we start kind of up here in this chain space, or in this first chain, and pull your yarn through, and I'll show you how I did picot row. So I chained 1, went back in the same stitch, and single crocheted like that, and then chain 3, and did the picot. So I come back down, and there's like 2 loops there on the side of the stitch. Go through those 2 loops and slip stitch, and that is how the picot I did was formed. And then I did a single crochet 3 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, and on the 3rd one I did another picot. So it was a chain of 3, and I go back down into the side there and slip stitch, and this is what was repeated until we get to the point here. So single crochet 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and on the 3rd one we chain 3, come back down and slip stitch again, 3 singles, 1, 2, 3, chain 3 on the 3rd one, and then come back down and slip stitch right there in the side of the single, forms the picot. And then it was 3 singles again, 1, 2, 3, and the picot. Now you remember, you don't have to do this. You do whatever you want. It's your shawl, not mine. And this is just what was repeated all the way down in the shawl that you see in the picture there. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this down until I get to the chain 1 space, and I'll show you how I went around the point. Alright, so I'm coming to the point. Now, depending on what row or how big you do it would probably determine how many stitches you have left until you get to the chain space here. But I actually have 3, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do a picot there because that's what we would normally do. Now, despite how many stitches you have, what you want to do in the corner is 3 stitches with a picot, 3 to 4 stitches with a picot in the middle. I guess it just depends on what number you land on, I guess. But since I just did a picot there, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do 1 single crochet, and then I'm going to do another single crochet, and I'm going to do a picot, since I only want 3 to 4 stitches in the chain 1 space here. So that would be 2, and then I'm going to do another single crochet here like that, and then I would just make this side match this side. So the stitch right before was a picot, so I'm gonna make that one. And then I would just repeat single crochet in the next 3. There's 1, 2, 3, and picot. And I would just do this until I got to the end, till I couldn't do, till I was at the top, my last stitch, and tie up and hide all my tails and be done. Now remember, you definitely don't have to do this picot edging. You can do whatever you can do, whatever you like. Now see, when I did this one, the picot was a little different on this one. I don't know, maybe I missed a stitch, or maybe this turns out differently. Doesn't matter, because we can make it work regardless, right? Because we're creative and we know what to do. So on this one, it actually ended, everybody's getting differently. I actually ended here, and I had 2 stitches left before I got to here. So I did single crochet, and then I did another single crochet into the chain space. So that was 3 in a row, but then I did another one, so 4 in a row, and then the picot was on the 4th one. And then I did another single crochet here, so there was 3 inside, and the picot was in the middle, but there was actually extra stitches here. Hey, that's okay, you can't tell. You can't tell? You can't tell. Really? Looks good. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to see your guys's. See what yarn you choose, see what type of border you use. Oh, it's going to be cool. See how big you make them. And I can't wait. I'm excited to see your guys's. So don't forget to post a picture if you make this on my Facebook page. All right, there'll be a link to that below in the description box. Also, don't forget to post a picture, or don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. I do have, remember, tons and tons, hundreds and hundreds of tutorials. Anything you could ever want to make, multiples of them. If you, oh, another thing, if you want to go across the top with the row of single crochet, you can. I won't, not with this type of yarn, because I don't want to. If I go across the top of my shawls, it's because the top is all one color. And since this one's different colors, I'm not going to go across the top of it. I think it looks fine the way it is. So hit that like button, that subscribe button, leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys on my next video. Take care, all right? Bye.